Welcome back to Hannity at Fox News Alert. Circa News' Sarah Carter. She'll be on tomorrow night. A major breaking story tonight. Former Obama White House National Security Advisor Ben Rhodes is, in fact, now a person of interest in the House Intel Committee's investigation into unmasking. We continue now with Laura Ingraham. All right, I wanted to hold this for its own unique segment because it's Susan Rice now. Now, we had the article about James Clapper. Then we have the article about Ben Rhodes, and more leaks, 7 times the amount of leaks than the previous 2 administrations. Unless people go to jail for the felonies they're committing, we're never going to see an end to this, are we? And I'm not saying anyone's guilty, but it's got to be gotten to the bottom of.
Well, Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act looks like, according to Sarah Carter's reporting, could have been the back door that was used for this unmasking. And if this unmasking was done for any way, for political motives, or without going through the proper channels, then, I mean, this is a felony. I mean, you can't do this for political purposes. That happens in a police state. That doesn't happen in the United States of America. And last time I checked, we weren't a police state. And you're not supposed to be able to spy on your political enemies. You're supposed to defeat them at the ballot box. And Ben Rhodes at the National Security, as a National Security Advisor, and others, are going to have to answer these questions. I know we met with the Senate Intelligence Committee last week. That was on the Russia probe. We don't know if the issue of unmasking was probed in depth then, Sean. But I certainly hope that Susan Rice is finally going to be willing to speak to these committees because, as we know, she has refused to testify. She will not testify. Why?
As Pete Hoekstra, well, she's going to have to testify. I want to, you said something that is so very important, and Pete Hoekstra actually used the term he's deeply concerned. I want to explain to people why this is important, and I want to get your response. We give our intelligence community, and these are brave men and women that are protecting us from ISIS, Al-Qaeda, China, Russia, Iran, all our enemies. We give them these powerful tools, and the 99% of intel people risk their lives for us and deserve credit. We don't know their names. They work so hard. But here's the problem. If those powerful tools are turned on the American people, and then the intel is leaked like General Flynn, we have a police state, Laura, by that 1/10 of 1%. This is a real clear danger for Americans.
I agree, and this is why people like Rand Paul and others have long since argued against the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. And I understand there are all these conservatives, neoconservatives, and others who say, no, we need this or we can't stop attacks. The problem is we have bad actors inside our own government, Sean. And if you have bad actors inside our own government who are willing to spy on innocent Americans and then unmask their names for political purposes, then we're not using it for terrorists. We're using it to overturn an election or to prevent an electoral victory that they feared there was some possibility of happening. That's what seems to have happened here. They were trolling for information. If I was a betting person, I would bet that one of these characters, maybe it was Rhodes, maybe it was Rice, thought, let's just see what they're doing. Let's see what these characters are up to. We have this sense about Russia. Let's see what they're up to. And they went on some type of fishing expedition here. Then someone should be going to jail. And the Justice Department under Jeff Sessions ought to take this very seriously, and Congress ought to take this very seriously, because this is becoming a deep state dictatorship if we don't curb these abuses and show people that the rule of law will be enforced.
I hope people are hearing us. This is really important, and I'm going to make a prediction. It's scary, and my prediction is other top Obama people will also be found involved. Top, not the intelligence community, the top people. Laura Ingraham, thank you. Great analysis. You won't believe